Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of rolling green hills, lived a young shepherd boy named Peter. Every morning, Peter would lead his flock of sheep up the grassy slopes to graze. The sun would warm his face, a gentle breeze would rustle the leaves, and the sheep would happily munch on the fresh grass. But Peter was bored. Terribly, terribly bored. It's the same thing every single day, he'd sigh to himself. The sheep graze, the birds sing, and nothing exciting ever happens. One afternoon, an idea, a mischievous little spark, lit up in his mind. He took a deep breath, cupped his hands around his mouth, and shouted down towards the village with all his might, "Wolf, wolf, a wolf is attacking the sheep." Immediately, the villagers stopped what they were doing. They grabbed their pitchforks, axes, and whatever tools they could find and came rushing up the hill, their faces etched with concern. They found Peter not fighting off a wolf, but rolling on the ground, holding his sides with laughter. "You should have seen your faces," he howled. The villagers were not amused. They grumbled and muttered about the boy's foolishness as they trudged back down the hill. An old farmer shook his head and said, "Wasting our time with lies is no laughing matter, son." Peter didn't listen. The attention, even though it was angry, was more exciting than anything he'd experienced all week. So, a few days later, he did it again. "Wolf, wolf, help. The wolf is here. It's bigger this time." Once again, the kind-hearted villagers dropped their work and raced up the hill to help. And once again, they found Peter laughing at their expense. This time, they were truly angry. "We won't be fooled by you again, you liar," they shouted, turning their backs on him and marching away. Peter felt a little pang of guilt, but the thrill of his prank quickly washed it away. He sat back down, watching his sheep, feeling quite pleased with himself. Then, as the evening sun began to cast long shadows across the valley, Peter saw something that made his blood run cold. Peeking out from behind a thicket of bushes were two glowing yellow eyes. A low growl rumbled through the air. It was a real wolf, lean and hungry, stalking towards his flock. Terror seized him. He jumped to his feet and screamed, louder than he ever had before, "Wolf, wolf, a real wolf. Please help me. It's not a joke this time." He yelled until his throat was raw, his voice filled with genuine fear. Down in the village, the people heard his cries. But this time, they just shook their heads. "Oh, that's just Peter trying to trick us again," one said. "Pay him no mind," said another. "He can't fool us a third time." No one came. Peter was all alone. He watched in horror as the wolf scattered his flock, the terrified bleating of the sheep echoing across the silent hills. He had cried wolf so many times when there was no danger that when the real threat finally appeared, nobody believed him. But as the sun disappeared completely, a heartbroken Peter gathered the few sheep that remained and guided them back to the village, tears streaming down his face. He had learned a very hard and lonely lesson that day. If you're always telling lies, no one will believe you, even when you're telling the truth. favorites. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button for more tales and lessons. See you next time.